All right, hey everyone, good Tuesday morning. It's 21 News Chief Meteorologist Eric Wilhelm. Hope you had a good night. Hope your drive to work this morning, if you found your way to work, was just fine. You know, I think we kind of lucked out a little bit this morning in that the temperatures overnight did not cool quite as quickly as they could have, and a couple of degrees might have made a big difference. You know, temperatures did, of course, drop below freezing overnight, but it didn't drop to 24 or 25 by the middle of the night. It still kind of was around 28 to 29 for a good chunk of the night. Now we're down in the mid-20s this morning, but that little 3 or 4 degree temperature difference probably prevented too bad of a flash freeze, and that's good news. Roads were generally not that bad this morning. Visibility was low in some spots, but we did not have widespread problems last night or early this morning. That being said, we're not out of the woods yet. I'll show you the radar in just a second. Temperatures this morning are down in the mid-20s. It's even colder to our west. It's in the teens in parts of central and western Ohio. And look at those single digits. Those are the air temperatures out towards Chicago. Those aren't wind chills. Those are air temperatures. This is a true Arctic air mass that is tracking our way. First, a quick look at the Cleveland National Weather Service radar. Now, this is transitioning as expected into a lake effect event this morning. We have a couple of decent bands out here. Now, these are not super crazy heavy just yet, but some visibility reducing lake effect bands for sure. Now, I'm expecting our bands to start to become a little more organized and maybe have some bouts of heavier snow in them as we get into the midday hours today. Let's look at a couple of webcams. Here's our camera in Columbiana at the traffic circle there, and as you can see, the road's fine. A little bit of a snow globe scene there in Columbiana. Things are looking okay in Boardman with 224 and Market Street just wet. Temperatures in the 20s. The road has certainly been treated at this point, and the usual morning heavy traffic along this thoroughfare tends to help keep the road in decent shape. This is 680 and South Avenue in Youngstown. Again, things are looking pretty good here. Actual accumulations overnight ranged from a couple of inches in parts of Trumbull and perhaps parts of Mercer County down to less than an inch in most of Mahoning and Columbiana. You can see the grassy areas in the median mostly covered, but doubt we saw an inch in a lot of spots in Mahoning and Columbiana. This is 80 and 46 near the Austintown area. Again, the grassy surfaces covered by a small accumulation of snow, but the road itself is doing okay. Here's a zoomed in look at the radar as of 7:58 this morning. Again, this looks a little ominous, but this is fairly light snow. A couple of bursts where it gets a little bit heavier, but it's pretty low impact at this point. This band of snow along 30 and 172 and 11 in Columbiana County, 62 from Canfield back towards Alliance, seeing a little bit of snow. Again, this is all fairly low impact first thing this morning. Road temperatures, these are actual sensors provided by ODOT, and this is another thing that helped us out some last night. Because the air temperature didn't crash quite as quickly as expected, road temperatures, while they are dropping below freezing, did not crash in accordance with those air temperatures. So we got lucky probably by a couple of degrees overnight last night. All right, lake effect today I think becomes a little bit better organized as we go towards the midday hours, and what this will mean for us is I still think there's a chance of some locally tough conditions out there coming up later this morning into the first half of this afternoon. These things will come and go. It's certainly not going to snow all day today, but when it does snow, again, mostly around lunchtime, it could be locally heavy. Localized whiteouts are going to be a possibility. So look for changeable conditions, localized accumulations, perhaps a new or a fresh couple of inches where the heaviest of the bands are. The worst of the weather, the most frequent snow shower activity today, probably midday into the first part of the afternoon as we head towards sunset into the evening, maybe a couple of leftover flurries as the sun sets and temperatures cool off quickly this evening out of the mid-20s and down towards 20 degrees. We'll have to watch for things that have thawed a little bit during the day and become just damp. We'll have to watch for those things to maybe freeze up a little bit again this evening. And it's going to be a cold, cold night tonight. That becomes our story as we go through the night tonight, even though the flurries and snow showers will fade away early. These are the air temperatures overnight tonight. These would be records. Our record low temperature for tomorrow morning is 17, set in 1986. We will probably clear that by at least a few degrees. A record-setting start to Wednesday, especially if the sky goes completely clear for a few hours tonight. And there's going to be some single digits in some of the colder nooks and crannies across northern Ohio and perhaps even parts of northwest PA as well. So Bottom line for today is, even though we kind of dodged a bullet overnight with temperatures not cooling quite as quickly as they could have, keep your guard up today because snow showers will come and go. And again, especially right around midday, a couple of these could pack a punch and lead to some tricky conditions on area roadways. So just allow for a little extra time. Use some caution today. We'll get through the day fine. And after a cold night tonight, things are going to settle down for the rest of the week. We have no more wintry weather to talk about from tomorrow through the weekend and most of next week as well. All right, thank you for watching on this Tuesday morning, and make it a great day.